As children, we learn what's acceptable and bury the rest. But just because we bury something doesn't mean it disappears. The shadow remains. So have you ever met someone who seemed calm, polite, maybe even inspiring, but left you with a strange, lingering sense of unease? They weren't angry. They weren't rude. And yet, something felt off. What if the real danger in people isn't always loud or obvious, but subtle, quiet, even charming? Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung believed that the most dangerous traits don't come from visible aggression, but from what's hidden deep beneath the surface. He warned of a type of person whose danger lies not in chaos, but in control, not in hostility, but in the denial of their own darkness. In this video, we're going to explore Jung's psychological insights and reveal a powerful warning sign you should never ignore. By the end, you may never look at people or yourself the same way again. To understand Jung's warning, we need to start with his view of the human psyche. Jung believed each of us was a persona, a mask we present to the world. But beneath that mask lies something deeper, darker, and far more powerful, the unconscious mind. And within that unconscious is the shadow, the collection of traits we reject in ourselves. Anger, envy, ambition, vulnerability, anything that doesn't align with who we think we're supposed to be, hidden and shaping our thoughts and actions without us even realizing it. This is where Jung's warning gets truly unsettling. He wasn't most concerned about people who were openly aggressive. He was worried about those who saw themselves as entirely good. When someone believes they are morally pure, always kind, always right, they lose the ability to reflect. They become blind to their own behavior. They justify control as help, cruelty as tough love, manipulation as guidance. To the outside world, they seem noble, but behind their actions is the avoidance of their own shadow. Jung observed that the more someone clings to the idea of their own virtue, the more likely they're to act out the opposite of what they believe without even realizing it. So what's the most dangerous psychological trait, according to Jung? It's the complete denial of one's own shadow. It's not darkness that makes someone dangerous. It's the refusal to acknowledge it. People who are aware of their flaws are often more trustworthy. They know their limits. They reflect. They take responsibility. But people who believe they have no darkness, no anger, no selfishness, no cruelty are unpredictable. They rationalize everything. They never question themselves. And they leave confusion and pain in their wake. This isn't just psychological immaturity. Jung saw it as spiritual blindness. So, how can you protect yourself from these subtle dangers? Watch for people who never admit fault, who always seem morally superior, who can justify anything without self-reflection. And ask yourself, were they not seeing in themselves? Because it's not the polished mask that reveals the truth, it's what hides behind it. The more a person insists they're only good, the more likely they're unaware of the damage they might cause. Jung's message wasn't just a warning about others. It was also an invitation to look within. Each of us carries a shadow. The question is not whether it exists, but whether we're willing to face it. Because the more we understand our own inner world, the more clearly we can see the world around us. So what parts of yourself have you ignored? What have you rejected in order to feel acceptable? Take time to reflect and be honest. Your shadow is not your enemy. It's your teacher.